Alright, what's up YouTube? Today we're gonna do a quick run over of a new game I got the other week, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan. I got the game, I played it a bunch, I'm really enjoying it, and I went online and saw that most of the reviews, if not all of them, are pretty negative and down on this game for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Is it the best game? No, not even close. Were the original games the best games on Nintendo, Super Nintendo? No, probably not, but what this is and what they always were is just a lot of fun. So we're going to go here and just go through the menu quickly. So you got story mode, self-explanatory. Multiplayer, which is basically story mode, but you get to play with 3 of your friends online only. There is no split screen in this game, which is a bit of a downside. Loadout we'll go over in a second. Tutorial is basically what it says, and then we've got collectibles and all the usual stuff that most games have. So we'll just go to story mode, and quickly we will pick and go back to the first stage. The first stage is Bebop stage. So overall, you can see here there's about, what, 10 stages. It basically pre-tells you what all the bosses are. It's not the most content, but hey, it'll do. So here I'm going to pick a character. I'm playing it with the AI, so I can pick whatever character I want. Doesn't really matter, we can change at any point, but we're going to pick Leonardo. So now we're going to go into loadout. So you'll see here, each turtle is going to have 4 ninjutsu slots, which are equivalent to the 4 face buttons on your controller, so X, Y, A, and B. You can change what is in each slot. You can see here we've got loads to pick from. And they're not restricted to a turtle in specific, so each turtle can use any ability you want. Here you'll notice too, I've got Spin Slash assigned, which is a level 1, and you'll notice some of the other ones are level 2. Some of them are also marked as acquirable and not acquired. Acquirable means you have to buy it with in-game battle points. Not acquired yet means that you can't buy it yet because you haven't met the conditions, which can be beating a boss or a level cap, a player level cap. You'll notice in the top right corner, I'm currently player level 8, and you'll notice my gamer tag is there too. So yeah, now switching between the turtles, you'll see they all have unique abilities, but they all have one in common currently, which is combo attack. And you'll notice they're all level 2. Purchasing an upgrade for a ninjutsu power is purchasing that power's upgrade. It's not purchasing it for the turtle, it's purchasing the unlock of the level. So if I buy level 2 on Leonardo, it doesn't really matter. Every single turtle is going to now have combo attack level 2. Yeah, so each slot is fully assignable. Next, we can go and set up charms. So we have a total of 3 charms. I'm playing on normal, so I only get to assign 1. So here we see the one that's assigned to Leonardo. It's giving me +5 strength and then +5 item mastery, which increases my item usage time. Each turtle can have different charms assigned to them. You can't assign the same charm to all 4 turtles. Once it's equipped, it's equipped. You'll see in a second here, I think. I'm doing the voiceover afterwards because I forgot to record with my mic while I was going. The last tab, I don't know why they put it here. It's your emblem. It's basically like your TMNT player card for in-game, for multiplayer. It's just a little icon. You can see I just changed it there. It's the icon, and I'm going to change it again. It's the icon in the top right that's by your gamer tag and your player level. It's just a visual effect to show other players what your icon is. So we're going to go ahead here and redo the first stage again.
Okay, let's go everyone.
So I'm probably going to cut this up to not be too long. So we'll see the intro, we'll see part of the stage, I'll explain the gameplay and everything, and then we'll just cut to the boss. So we'll just watch this cutscene.
Dudes, check it out. It's the foot.
What the heck are those foot losers doing here? Last I checked, this was those purple dragon losers' turf.
Losers.
As much as I prefer to use my head, my gut's screaming that this is just a precursor to something larger.
And my gut's screaming that it's time for an extra large with anchovies and sausage.
Forget it, Mikey. We need to find out what the Foot are up to.
Let's move.
So there we go. Nope.
Maybe just anchovies?
There we go. So each level is basically going to drop you into a more or less open world kind of area. Each stage is different. There's loads to explore, or you can just go straight ahead and do the little side missions. We'll get one right away. I think you always get this one, but the other ones are more or less random. I've gotten different ones each playthrough. So here we go. Our first little side mission is defeat all the enemies. So you'll notice quickly there is a bar that appears in the middle of the screen there with the boss icon, Bebop in this case, and you can see the bar filling up. Basically each area you have to do the side missions, beat the foot soldiers, do whatever they're telling you to do, and that will fill up the bar slowly. Once it's full, you then will have access to go and fight that area's boss, in this case Bebop. So there we go, we just beat the first little side mission. Just going over the controls quickly now. So it's really simple. X, I'm playing on Xbox, so X is going to be the standard light attack. You can combo it up, XXXX. And then Y is going to be your heavy attacks, which again you can combo up. Of course you can make combos between the two, XXY, XYXX, you know, whatever you want to go for. Other than that, B is to pick stuff up like the AI is doing there. This side, this side mission is to return the gold to the lit up area, and you press B to pick up items in the world. Holding left trigger here brings up the menu. You can use the D-pad to change between turtles at any time, back and forth. There's no cooldown, there's nothing on that. As long as they're still alive, you can switch between them. Left trigger also brings up your ninjutsu moves, which will show you the little circles around them. You can always see it on screen. When the circle is full and shining like it is, it's because it's ready to use. If not, you're going to get the circle slowly filling back up depending on the cooldown to show you that it's ready to use. So to use it, you just have to hold left trigger and then press the appropriate face button for the special move you want to use. Those green orbs you can see flying out of certain enemies will give you more points, and sometimes you'll get collectibles. Like there I got 2 scrolls. Left bumper is to aim, and then right bumper is to launch your shurikens. And then the last button we have left is A, which is jump, and you can also hold it to wall climb. You saw there too, if you keep holding it while you're in the air, you get a bit of a parachute. You can jump on certain items like these wires to traverse the world a bit more quickly. You get some achievements too for staying on stuff like that for long enough. Pressing in the right stick will give you, they call it T-glass, but it's basically detective view. It lets you see objectives and so forth. Just makes it a bit easier so you don't get as lost. Left thumbstick is the lock-on. Now you'll see here the sewer grate is shining green. If you go over it, press B, you will return to lair. You want to do this to do 2 things. You can store items, which would be, I don't have any right now, but in the 4 D-pad slots, if you had something, you could store it. You don't want to use it right now, you want to use it later on, you want to use it on another map. Store it, and then you can go and retrieve it for free at any time. Right now here I'm just gonna buy. So you always have the option to buy stuff. I just bought a single slice of pizza, which is a health item, for 250 battle points. And there we go, and we will return. And then the last button that we haven't covered is the dodge button. You do this by holding in the right trigger. I think I do it in a few seconds here. You'll see when I do it. Basically, while you're doing this, you're basically invulnerable. If you can time it right before they hit you, you get kind of a riposte on the enemy. They get stunned and you get a couple of free hits on them. If you hold it in too long, however, when I do it, you'll see there's a bar that shows up while you're doing it. If the bar completely drains or fills up, I forget which way it is, you spun too long and now you're dizzy, so you're basically stunned and the enemies are going to get a couple of free hits on you. So yeah, that's about it. We're gonna finish a couple of missions here, and then we're just gonna skip ahead right to the boss. Alright, so here we are at the first level's boss, which is Bebop. So every boss is gonna have a quick little cutscene here. And then you basically have to fight the boss. So this would be the time to just go crazy and use your ninjutsu moves as much as you can, because as you can see at the top there, Bebop has 7 health bars. So you have to take out all 7 of the boss's health bars. While you're doing your ninjutsu moves, like I think I said before, you are basically invulnerable. So even if he's swinging his chainsaw through you, you're not going to get hit. He's going to have a couple of phases and a couple of moves he does, so he will just disappear like you see there in a cloud of smoke and teleport. He's got a chainsaw, he's got his laser gun, and he will also throw dynamite everywhere across the stage. I'm going to give orders to the AI here and tell them to just go all out, which just means attack him as much as possible. And yeah, so we're just going to fight the boss and try and avoid him as much as possible. Go in, get your hits in, jump back out. You want to wait for your ninjutsu moves to replenish, basically. There, I tried to dodge the dynamite and he hit me with the chainsaw on the way down. When you get knocked out completely, you're not down for the count. The AI will try and get you back up, or if you're playing with friends, your friends can go up to you and press B. Even if they don't, and it will happen at some point during the boss fight here, what happens is you go back to the lair and basically you have a cooldown. As long as one turtle is still alive, the other ones can eventually come back. So here we have 2 of them down. I'm going to help one of them up. When you're playing with AI, you want to try and get one of them up. He'll usually take care of getting all the rest of them up. This is a bit of a spoiler, I guess, but first time it's happened for me. I've done Bebop about 5-6 times now, and this is the first time this happens. Rocksteady decided he was crashing my boss fight. So now we get to fight Rocksteady and Bebop together. You'll see Rocksteady only has 2 health bars, so it's not as bad as it could have been. So I'm just going to try and concentrate on Bebop up here. I get taken down, and I think this is the time the AI doesn't actually get to me, so I get knocked back. Yeah, there you go. What happens is if you're playing with AI, you automatically get switched to one of the turtles that is still up. In my case, Raphael here. You'll see Leonardo now has an X over him. He's out of the game, he's in the lair, he's recuperating, and his bar is slowly filling up. Once that's full, he is back in the fight. And like I said, as long as you have one turtle that's still up, you're good to go. Just play it easy, take it easy, and wait for at least one of the other AI to come back. So there you go, Leonardo's now back in the fight. We got a couple of easy hits in Bebop there. He got stunned. Gonna use some ninjutsu powers, and we're gonna switch back to Leo and use his attack. So now you can see Rocksteady's still got his full 2 health bars, but we got Bebop down quite a few health bars. Alright, bit of an edit there just to cut down on time. We defeated Rocksteady, so 1 out of 2 is down. Got an achievement for doing so, and now we just have to take out Bebop. So I might have to cut this a bit short, just in, like I said, in the interest of time, but so I'm just going to wrap up here. Yeah, it's, like you can see, the graphics are good if you like the cartoon style. It looks like you're playing the cartoon to me. You got all the classic characters. I kind of wish they had thrown in a couple of others like Baxter Stockman and I don't know, some Casey Jones or Usagi Yojimbo would have been cool, but you know, maybe they're in here and hidden. I haven't finished the game yet. It's just like I said, I'm having fun with it, and I just don't understand why everyone's bashing it so bad. So yeah, so that's my opinion. I mean, it looks good, it's fun. It's something that I can jump in, play 5-10 minutes of, do a stage, pop out, go do something else. It's good, stupid fun, what can I say? So we'll probably end that right there. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, thanks.